Well, on the 2nd of March 1815, another nation was annexed to the British Empire, on which the colonialists boasted the sun never set. But for us, this meant the loss of basic right to our land, our motherland. For a brave and a heroic people, this was too much to take lying down. They needed to stand up, and stand up they did. This is our salute to them.
Although in 1815 the English took over the Central Hills under certain conditions with the help of the Rutherlers, soon the people began to feel the absence of a king. A group of people who resided in the Uva-Wellassa region, who thought nothing of sacrificing their lives for the land of their birth, took sword to hand. The British got to know that in the midst of the tense situation that had arisen following the appointment of a Mohandiram from another religion, plans were being made to place Dore Sami, a relative of King Rajadi Rajasinghe, on the throne. The deputy agent in Uva, Sylvester Douglas Wilson, left for Wellassa at this time to quell the revolt. A battle ensued. Unable to face the humiliation of a revolt, the English ruler in the Central Hills, John Doyley, sent the Uva Disawa Moravilla Capitipola to Wellassa. What happened next came as a complete shock for the English. On the 1st of November 1817, Capitipola took charge of the rebels, giving them leadership and bringing about the birth of the struggle for freedom. By August to September 1818, those who led the uprising were captured by the British. In the end, Capitipola was also captured by the British. The frontline leaders were put to death following inquiries. Another group was banished. The uprising ended with this harsh suppression. On the 21st of November 1818, the British introduced a set of special regulations. The powers of the elite Rutherlers in the hill country were completely taken away by this. Tomorrow on News First Salute to a Proud Nation, we look at the homes of the heroes who taught the occupiers their first lessons.
Our sister channel, Sirasa TV, was adjudged the Youth TV Channel of the Year at the Slim Nielsen People's Awards 2012. Meanwhile, for the 6th consecutive year, Sirasa FM was named the radio station of the year.
The Slim Nielsen Award ceremony was held in Colombo last evening. A large gathering including politicians, businessmen, artists and media personalities were present at the event. Minister of Power and Energy Champika Ranawaka was the chief guest at the awards presentation. For the 6th year running, Sirasa FM was named the radio station of the year. Incidentally, Sirasa FM has consistently won this award since the inception of the awards.
Radio station of the year. The winner is Sirasa FM.
Meanwhile, Sirasa TV bagged the award for the Youth TV Channel of the Year.
And the winner is Sirasa TV Channel of the Year. Let's have a party. Let's have a ball. And it's a family.
After 6 to 3 exhaustive meetings, the All-Party Representative Committee issued an interim report on the 20th of December 2007. The APRC submitted its final report to the President on the 23rd of January 2008. The report outlined measures to be taken by the President to enforce the present Constitution in full as a precursor to the proposals put forward by the All-Party Representative Committee. Tonight on our special segment 13 Plus, we look at developments in the dialogue on the devolution of power during this time.
The All-Party Representative Committee stated that the President had tasked it with presenting proposals for resolving the national problem. The All-Party Expert Committee also stated that a majority report had been prepared after 1.5 years of meetings. The committee stated that considering the proposals presented to them, steps needed to be taken to ensure provincial councils could optimize the power granted to them in the shortest possible time. The committee recommended that attention needed to be focused on the Tamil-speaking people of the North and East and that their expectations should be met within the framework of the 1978 Constitution. These steps were recommended to grant provincial councils the optimum amount of power under the 13th Amendment. The exercising of the powers provided for by the 13th Amendment to the Constitution as prescribed and providing sufficient funds for provincial councils to act efficiently were some of the proposals. Steps were also recommended for optimum devolution of power to the North and East provinces. It was recommended that as conditions in the Eastern province were conducive, elections should be held immediately. As the situation in the Northern province was not peaceful, alternative measures were needed for the people there to benefit from the devolution of power, and as such it was recommended that an interim board be established to advise the provincial governor. Among the proposals put forward regarding language policy were immediate measures to be taken to issue a guarantee that Parliament would pass laws to enforce paragraph 4 of the Constitution, which deals with language. It was also recommended that translators, Tamil-speaking officials and all other necessary facilities be provided for the convenience of the Tamil-speaking population. Tomorrow on 13 Plus, we look at developments in the devolution of power and what took place following the proposals put forward by the All-Party Representative Committee.
UNP Deputy Leader Sajith Premadasa says that the country's free education system has been cut down to some extent. The parliamentarian made the statement during a function in Lunugambehera today.
A function was held to distribute bank savings books among a group of children in the Lunugambehera Divisional Secretariat area today.
The free education system from the moment a child enters school up until he enters university has been cut down to an extent. Our education system has come to a situation today where it is being leased out to foreigners. I need to tell you that when our government is established, we will once again set up a free education system where the children of the innocent farmers and fishermen and labourers can receive an education that will allow them to have a brighter future.
Time to take a look at Action TV.
This anikat that has been constructed in the Ranna Hakuruwele area in Hambantota under the Urubokko Oya project can supply water to 300 acres of paddy. The dilapidated state of the bank of this anikat, which is around 50 years old, is a problem that has been faced by these farmers over a period of time. It was around 1 year ago that the right side wall was constructed as a solution to this problem. They constructed a side wall to the anikat after a lapse of many years. 2 weeks after the construction, when the gates of the Hakuruwela anikat were opened, the wall collapsed. This is the side wall that had collapsed. A private constructor has constructed this under the supervision of an engineer of the irrigation department. We got to know that around 800,000 rupees has been spent on it. It was unclear whether it even existed until the constructors vacated the location. We are not aware whether this will be reconstructed. It is a waste of national funds. When examining the debris, it is clear that iron rods have not been used for this concrete wall, which is 50 feet long and 6 feet in height. Shouldn't the authorities take steps to collect the spent money from the corrupt engineer who recommended payment to the constructor? Director General of Irrigation, this one is over to you.
Ravanama, a contemporary theatrical performance by Delhi-based actor, director, writer, educator and activist Maya Krishna Rao, was staged at the British School Auditorium in Colombo yesterday. The performance was held in commemoration of the 68th birth anniversary of Dr. Neelan Thiruchelvam, who was a peacemaker, institutional builder and scholar. The performance was organized by the Neelan Thiruchelvam Trust in Sri Lanka. Ravanama explores the facets of the character Ravana, the mythological king with 10 heads that jostle together, vying with each other. It was first performed in the Ramayana festival in Pondicherry, India last year. MTV Sports was the media sponsor of the event.
The Court of Appeal issued notice today on the respondents in the two petitions filed on the disappearances of two members of the Movement for the People's Struggle. The respondents have been ordered to appear before court on the 15th of this month. The two habeas corpus applications were taken up before a three-judge bench on the Court of Appeal today. The commander of the Jaffna forces, the Army Commander, the IGP, the Cabinet spokesperson and the Attorney General have been named as respondents. The council appearing on behalf of the petitioners said that the Minister Keheli Ramukwella had stated that missing individuals are in police custody. The council also said that the minister's statement has been presented to the court through an affidavit by parliamentarian Ajit Kumar. Kugan Muruganathan and Lalit Kumar Viraj of the Movement for the People's Struggle are said to have gone missing on the 9th of December in Jaffna.
The body of another woman was discovered in Opatha, Kahawatta today. The woman is the mother of a schoolgirl whose body was discovered yesterday.
The body of an 18-year-old schoolgirl from a girls' school in Ratnapura was discovered yesterday in the Opatha area. A resident of Kotaketana in Kahawatta, she was preparing to sit for her advanced level examinations in the mathematics stream this year. The police who commenced investigations into the murder later received information that the body of the girl's mother was discovered at their home. The home is located approximately 2 kilometers from where the girl's body was found. The police said that preliminary investigations revealed that both mother and daughter had been murdered several days earlier. The police said there were injuries on both bodies. Following the magisterial inquiries, both bodies were taken to the Ratnapura hospital. We are asking one thing from the police department and the defence secretary. Do not keep animals like these in Sri Lanka. Create an environment where children, their mothers and seniors can live in safety. The police say further investigations into the double murder have been handed over to the Criminal Investigations Department.
Good evening and welcome. This is Sports First. I'm Aaron Rajratnam. Starting with some cricket news, the practice one-day match between Sri Lanka and Australia's Prime Minister's 11 was called off in Canberra due to rain. Meanwhile, the Sri Lanka cricket team manager Charit Senanayake stated that Tilakaratne Dilshan joined the Sri Lankan team in Australia this morning. He added that the team will travel to Perth tomorrow to prepare for the Triangular Series.
The Triangular Series involving Australia, India and Sri Lanka is set to kick off on Sunday. Sri Lanka plays their first match in the series against India on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Jeff Marsh, the former coach of Sri Lanka, stated that the Sri Lankan players are unlikely to struggle on the bouncy Australian pitches as they have performed well in similar conditions in South Africa. He added that Sri Lanka beat South Africa in the last two ODIs, chasing 300-plus scores on both occasions, which will help them adapt to Australia's pacier wickets without much trouble.
Sri Lanka A team beat England A by 4 wickets in their fourth one-day encounter at the R. Premdasa Stadium in Colombo today. Sri Lanka A has now levelled the 5-match series 2-2.
Sri Lankan skipper Tilna Kandambi won the toss and elected to field first. Half-centuries from openers Samit Patel and Alex Hales helped England to get off to a good start. However, Sri Lanka staged a spirited comeback to bowl out the visitors for 204 runs in 42.1 overs. Malinga Bandara and Sikuge Prasanna bagged 3 wickets each for the hosts. In reply, Sri Lanka reached their target in 42.1 overs, losing 6 wickets. Opener Dimuth Karunaratne scored 45 and Danushka Gunatilaka contributed 41, while Ashan Priyanjan chipped in with 37 runs to ensure a comfortable victory for Sri Lanka.
Well, there you go. That's a look at your primetime news bulletin for today. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'm Shane Silva.
And I'm Catherine Ratna. Have a great weekend ahead. Good night.